We're back with more of the WHHI news. Guess what? Tax preparation. For a lot of people, they need some assistance, and thankfully, the United Way of the Lowcountry has something called VITA. And that is something that we're going to hear about from the volunteer program coordinator and the program coordinator of VITA. It's Sherry Halphen. Thanks for joining me.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Okay, VITA, what is it?
VITA. So Volunteer Income Tax Assistance is a program that's sponsored by the United Way, the IRS, and the Beaufort County Human Services Alliance.
Great.
And what we do is we offer a free tax prep to those that are low to moderate income, about $60,000 or less, those that are English as a second language, 60 and older, and then also those with disabilities.
I asked you before we started chatting here, how many people did you help prepare, their tax preparation last year?
Yeah, so we helped over 1,800 people.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
That is really incredible. And you're in need of volunteers, obviously. To me, taxes, doing them is a little intimidating.
Yes.
Would you encourage someone that hasn't had a lot of experience with that to volunteer? And what kinds of positions do you have?
So we're looking for tax preparers. Anyone with tax experience or accounting experience is always a welcome. But most of our volunteers are well seasoned. So anybody that comes in, even if you've not done it before, it's a common software that you would use. If you're comfortable on the computer, really the software is easy in that regard. And then you have these seasoned volunteers that'll help you with questions
Sure.
that come along the way.
So when you're not going to be working one-on-one all by yourself with someone, if you need to go to someone else and say, hey, I need help with this section,
Yes.
they'll help you.
Yes.
Training time, is it involved? How long is the training time?
The training is, it can be self-training, so we have online training, and then we'll do in-person, probably a couple sessions, but we'll do some in December and January. By February 1st, our sites start to open.
Wow. And sites, how many do you think you may have around Beaufort County? Or
So we'll do 5 in Beaufort, possibly 6, and then we're also looking at 3 in Jasper.
Good. Good. That sounds great. Now, if I say, gee, Sherry, I don't feel comfortable doing that, would you need me for anything else?
Yes, so we do have some positions. It's called a greeter intake. So this person would just help make sure everyone's signed in, check their paperwork, make sure they have everything that they need. So when the preparer starts, they can just do the return. And this kind of keeps the line going and keeps the process going to help as many people as we can
Sure.
in the time that we're open.
Okay. And also, we do have people that speak Spanish in our area.
Yes.
Do you have anyone that's fluent in Spanish that helps, or are you looking for interpreters? Or?
Yes, so we do have a few, but we need more.
Okay.
So the need is greater as the population increases in our area, and we'd like to be able to help and serve. We do have an online phone interpreter service through the IRS as well.
How does that work?
So we call them when someone arrives,
Right.
and we're able to use them as a third person conversation with the phone.
Wow. So you have it on speakerphone, obviously.
We do.
That's interesting. It's pretty clever, actually.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd rather have someone in person helping out.
Yes.
That would make it easier.
I think it does, and it also adds that sense of security.
Yeah.
So.
Now, training is going to take place when?
I don't have exact dates.
Okay.
So,
But-
like I said, everything should be set up by November.
Okay.
And then in December and January,
So
those
if you're
dates.
thinking about it, though, you'd rather get the calls now.
Yes.
Right, so you can set folks up. Do people find that when they do the online training that it's as good as being in person and getting the
I
training?
think in person's better,
Yeah.
but it's really based on the individual. Some people are self-learners and they just prefer it that way. It is a certification through the IRS. It's just a basic process you go through, and it's step by step, so it's easy to do. And then we have people available to answer questions.
You were telling me before, too, that you have to apply for grant funds in order
Yes.
to do this. So
Yes.
kudos to you. That's, I'm sure, a involved process. I wasn't
Yes.
going to say tedious, but I mean, it's not like a one-page application.
No, not at all.
So do you write the grant applications?
I did, yes. Mhm.
God bless you,
So.
Sherry, because that can be involved. And congratulations on getting the grant. Any
Yes.
final thoughts you want to let people know about before I let you go?
Yeah, so we're looking also for outreach volunteers, so someone that would be interested in working to just be there out in the public promoting VITA as far as volunteer recruitment, and just volunteers, and then our service as well. Just letting the public know about what we offer.
Well, that sounds great. And you were telling me you've been to some communities too to spread the word.
Yes,
So you are all around the area,
I am,
Sherry.
I am.
And thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we will be right back.